RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief. The answer to your question is learn the goddamn process, trade your trading plans, don't take too much risk on any one trade, and just let yourself get rich.
Howdy, sports fans! Welcome back. Okay, I can't talk with that damn thing in my mouth. Anyway, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Frivolity. Happy Monday morning. Wakey, wakey, it's a bakey. Are you awake? Hello. Oh, what am I supposed to do? I'm not actually supposed to start this way, right? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief. Is this the free video we're doing right now on YouTube? All right, so all YouTubers. I tell you, I had a great time watching the Super Bowl yesterday. Anyway, I got a stogie. So if I have a stogie, then I'm in a good zone. That was thanks to Ed. Man, that was cool. I got two very unique glimpses into Americana life yesterday. We went to two different Super Bowl parties. Um, Definitely an experience, no doubt about it. And of course, I don't know whether the right or wrong team won or lost. I know Jimmy over next door, he's probably not very happy right now, but there's always next year, right? Anyway, congratulations to the red team, I think it was. Mahomes, Chiefs. There you go. Andy Reid. Gotta give it to Andy Reid. He's got such a good soul. Anyway, if anything, Andy Reid's a really good example for all of you in life because man, he was at Philadelphia forever and he could never win year after year after year after year. And then he goes to Kansas City and he's winning like every single year. What a good example. So anyway, actually I kind of see it as a bit of a subdued day in the market. Of course, we did have Bitcoin hit the big fat round number that I think you heard me barking about yesterday on the broiler chicken show. So good to see that yield corn. In fact, I even noted it here. We hit the big fat round number right on the nose too, which goes to show there must have been just a world of orders just sitting right at that 50,000. Of course, I've said this before. It's almost like if you were sitting there and the asset was like 48,000, whatever, you say, well, put an order up at 50 G's. It's a nice big fat round psychological number. And sure enough, went right up to it, tagged it, kissed it right on the nose, and then backed off. So there must be a lot of sell orders sitting right at that level. Yeah, not a big surprise. So we did hit that, and we also, with regard to Bitcoin particularly, I suppose we should probably circle back around and finish the video off with Bitcoin. But we did hit this long-standing inverted head and shoulders objective up here at like 49, I don't know, 49.5, 49.4, somewhere in there. So I would say that all of the technical objectives have now been hit. We've also cleaned through all this old high. So any orders that were sort of existing to try and stop the bull run against this top here, they've all been cleaned out. And I suppose the next big psychological level, well, maybe more technical than psychological, it's going to be this high here, and that number is, let's see what that number is. That number is 52,000, 52,099. Hello, there you go. So, got messages. Hey, I found my cell phone, everybody. So, I know all of you guys were, yeah, I started the video off yesterday all pissed off and bummed. I'm such a knucklehead. So, if anything, hats off to Adam. And I even gave him a big kiss when he found my phone. I was like, oh, you handsome devil, you. Anyway, so thank you, Adam. Alex, actually, Adam, you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
There you go. Adam just did. I mean, this is Adam. He just did a shift, and he's like the last guy in the world that needs to be working two jobs right now. But he just did a shift. I think he went to work at like 4 o'clock this morning and just came back, and now he's making us breakfast. Can you believe that? Damn. Anyway, Adam's going to be in El Salvador with us. So Adam will be coming into and out of the picture, and if I'm lucky, actually, if I swing back around because I got to drive right north back home. On the way back, maybe we'll swing around and see Adam again on the other side. So anyway, keep tuned for that. But Adam's just being totally owning the market, and anyway, and a very hospitable host as well. So, here is our trading range now on the old Bitcoin. But why don't we take a step backwards and look at sort of the big picture? First and foremost, is anything happening in the world today? You can see it looks like Dow's up good 200 points, Nasdaq up 56. So that means S&Ps are up a good 20 points. You can see it's small percentage moves, nothing really earth-shattering. And the numbers coming out here, stocks are edging higher. Path of least resistance. We all know what time it is, or time of year it is. You're supposed to buy back there in October, November and look to sell sometime around my birthday. Buy when it snows, sell when it goes. So that seems to be just doing its thing. If I understand correctly, we got big inflation numbers coming out tomorrow, Tuesday. So tomorrow morning, we're going to have a whole bunch of inflation data. No idea which way this is going to break. I would say on balance, though, I think the general message is they crank prices up through the sickness. Sort of, Klaus's great reset, whatever the hell you want to call it, the banker tax. I mean, fuck, we can give it 100 different names. We all know what's going on here. It's a big fucking scam. But anyway, the general scuttlebutt is that we're now on the other side of this wave. And of course, I've shown you that 1947, comparison. We're in the 44, 45 window where theoretically inflation was actually pretty muted. And actually interesting at the end of the Second World War. At the end of wars, usually you have a deflationary spiral because, governments aren't spending ridiculous amount of money on ammunition and building new ships and all that kind of stuff. And usually you have a bit of a army surplus. So I'm not quite sure how that plays out this go round. And I'm not. Yeah, there is no major war that we can use as an excuse to look for that deflation. I think on balance, though, this is just going to be all sort of like, well, supply chains are getting back to normal. That's sort of the message that I'm hearing. That really, this has less to do with demand and more to do with supply. So, I don't know. Has anybody heard of any Hutus doing all that kind of fun stuff in the Red Sea? Are ships still moving? I got the impression that the Americans took a poke at the Iranians, and I think, ironically enough, we'll probably never know, but I think they probably killed a hell of a lot of Hutus in the process. But anyway. We'll see how that goes. But the point of the matter here is today, Monday, the 12th. Yeah, we've got a couple. Well, actually, it looks like we got one U.S. Fed speaker here in about an hour. I guess about 45 minutes or so, and a monthly budget statement. Of course, spending more money than they know what's good for them. But that seems to be the hallmark of our society these days. And the banksters, of course, love that. So, econ wise, pretty quiet. And for a Monday, I guess that's pretty typical. Looking at the bigger picture, of course, I always want to check in on yield US dollar. And, this is going to obviously move dramatically with the inflation number. We did have this megaphone top pattern that's working right now, and you can see it's slightly in the money. And of course, we had the original bullish bot here from back. I guess it fired there, I guess about a month or so ago. It has had its objective hit. Now the question is this trend continuation heading higher and higher and higher here? I don't know. My hunch is if the inflation number is relatively benign, I think you actually see the US dollar continue to head lower, and the propensity for the Fed to continue raising rates will be diminished. And we might even hear people barking about them wanting to lower interest rates again. I've said repeatedly, I don't see the Fed lowering interest rates. If anything, I think what probably happens here is lots of humming and hawing about raising interest rates. They'll keep sort of, that hawkish sort of bent of the conversation. We're vigilant. Rah, 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 rah. But at the end of the day, if we look back at the end of the year, it turns out they did absolutely nothing through the whole year because they don't want to be seen affecting the political landscape. Thought it was funny. I don't have it here in front of me, but I actually did. I saw a Trump rally outside of a gun store of all places. You could buy, it was great. You could buy guns, you could buy ammo. Oh, hey, Chris found it. There you go. Thanks, man. So here officially, this is going on my car when maybe we leave the state of California. I don't know. Mind you, I don't know whether I really want to have this on my car heading back to Canada. I might get stabbed or something at the border. Anyway, I thought it was hilarious, the little sort of pep rally. And of course, everything. I mean, God, I couldn't believe it. Like crappy polyester, baseball cap kind of things. $35. 35 fucking dollars. I mean, Trump's making out like a bandit with all this stuff. And the people were just lining up and emptying their wallets just to get a little bit of, Trump paraphernalia. So anyway, it was what it was. But the store was hilarious. It was guns, ammo, and what was the other? And beer signs. That was the store. You can't write this stuff any better. You could buy guns, you could buy ammo, and you could buy beer signs. That's your local convenience store.
I think you can buy knives there too.
Oh yeah, they had knives as well. Yes, I can't forget the knives. But beer signs. So I guess they do a brisk business in beer signs. Anyway, so my hunch is on this inflation report released tomorrow, you're probably going to see this US dollar move appreciably. And in the short term, it does look like this is pointing down, which, according to our sort of, old timer kind of thinking, if this is pointing down, that means money is coming out of the safe havens like UST bills and it's finding its way into risk assets like Bitcoin. The only problem is, we all need to acknowledge on a weekly basis, Bitcoin is now stupidly overbought again. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. So I suppose you could have made the argument on the pullback here recently. Willie came out as stupid. So, if you had any sort of lower time frame setups, I seem to remember, when I was talking to you guys about the total recently. And geez, look at some of these names. The little crypto names look so pretty. Boom, boom, boom. But I think when I was showing you the total, where was that? It's up here. Yeah, there we go. I don't know whether I've saved anything on here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so you can see. Let's go down to the daily. There is that inverted head and shoulders. You can see on the daily. I think you can also see this on Bitcoin, but it's basically the same chart pattern. Boom, 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 kind of idea. So, measured move, we should be going something like there to there, and then clone that, and up to here. So it does look to me like number one, total is going to break out to new highs. So all you crypto fans, woohoo, big party. 1.618, we talked about that lots. Really, this market should trade up to that 1.618. If I'm not mistaken, it's also 78.6. So I don't see any reason why this won't trade up into here. Just seems logical. And if anything, as we're making new highs, you can see we're just flirting with the old highs here now, but as we make new highs, we'll probably have to drag that up as well. So interesting how the bottom of this inverted head and shoulders, the head is going to line up nicely with 38.2s now. So you can kind of see if anything, obviously we're just conjecturing here, but it does look to me like this is going to be some sort of honking huge fractal top kind of idea. So I'll leave that on the chart and we'll see over the next couple of weeks, maybe probably even the next month, how this develops. And really more importantly, oops, I guess we'll go with that. how high do we go here? Brian's favorite fib, 78.6. Coming into this old high. I don't know whether we can get all the way back up here on the total, but market will do whatever the hell it wants to do. But thinking that we are coming into some sort of top here, I think that that makes sense. And then also too, if we look at the indicators, no signs of a top here yet. Willie is still actually not stupidly overbought on the daily charts here. So I certainly don't see any reason to be calling tops here at all whatsoever. Oh, look at that. Now Bitcoin's back above the 50 Gs. So they're smashing that 50 grand number. That's too bad. I would have liked to have seen that just printed 50 grand, but there you are, 50,101 now. So actually we've got, I suppose we can just say, we can actually just get rid of that now. And we'll just say BFRN has been officially hit. I don't think that's really a big surprise. So anyway, there we are, doink, done. And it looks to me like the inertia of the market, like I said, just off of the daily charts, I don't see any reason to step in front of this. And if anything, hopefully you guys are out there nibbling away on various different names. I did find it interesting looking at, sort of the broader market. We want to keep an eye on things like China. Is it going to fall apart? Is it actually bottoming here? Sjord came out with a big grand call that China has officially bottomed. We'll see. I don't know whether I believe that this W's actually come in here. I don't know whether the inflation number tomorrow is really going to make that much of a difference here. I think the jury's still out. And then, as I've said recently, I do not like the idea of investing in China. I don't think, I think there's far better places to get out your money working. But that's just Brian. That's what makes a horse race, right? So Bitcoin's pointing higher. Actually, why don't we finish off here with just a quick boo at some of the other major markets. You can see crypto's catching one hell of a bit here. So rah, crypto, go, go, go. Totals rocking and rolling. We painted some upside targets there for you. So I still think crypto can work its way a bit higher here. Is this a buy here? I don't think so. Like I showed you on the total, and we could do the same thing on Bitcoin, but on the total, it looks to me like the trade, if you did want to take this, came in there about a week or so ago when this inverted head and shoulders broke out. So for heaven's sakes, people, I don't think it's a good idea to be going and chasing up top here. You're asking for trouble. If I was going to be buying something, what would I buy? As I said, stock, I haven't really looked at the stock market per se too closely. And of course, I'm on the road right now. We're heading off to LA here as soon as we're done this video. So I probably won't be looking too closely. We do have a class tomorrow. So level 3ers. I don't know whether Steven's going to be able to make it or not, but we should have a good conversation. I'll make myself available. And then tomorrow night, of course, we have our Stock Pickers Club meeting, secret options formula. So, any site bets, any level 3ers, you are welcome to participate in that call. And we should be hanging out with Sharkoshi tomorrow night. I don't know whether Joshua's on the site or not, but did send him a PM saying, get ready for us. We're coming. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. But we'll be reporting. Hey, there's Eddie. Hey, buddy. In fact, actually, speaking of which, that's a good dovetail. I pointed out, I think, geez, about the better part of a dozen names in the broiler chicken show as kind of good content. Adam's monthly W's. I tell you, there's a lot of names. This is Zug's name. I think I mentioned this before, but came right back down into reload zones. Really pretty little turn here. You could maybe just work bids if you aren't in on this thing. Maybe do a reload zone off of this range. I went through all the crypto names here, and geez, there's some really, really good looking charts. I was pointing. Oh, where do I have it though? Have it? Maybe it was over here. Anyway, I was in the lounge earlier today posting ideas. I noticed like Link, for instance, now $20. So Chico Crypto's probably feeling pretty good about life. and his little sleeper one, this Energy Webs. I actually sent a message to Stuart today. He bought, if I'm not mistaken, he bought some of that SHIB the other day. I don't know what it's doing. And I'm not really in a huge hurry. I just wanted to get some on the book. So thank you very much, Stuart, for doing that in my absence. Same sort of thing. I mean, you can see that. Oh, actually, Jesus, look at that. Oh, so pretty. Nice. That looks good. Nice. Yeah, it's quite maybe a clothesline bull div, but I do like that W there. That looks good. So anyway, I noticed that Energy Webs, it is putting in bottom right here. Just this looks so perfect, eh? Look at that, so pretty. Probably comes back up to like trend line resistance here in the short term, something along those lines. I don't know whether it's ready to moon yet, but Jesus, look at that beautiful bull div. Look at that RSI bottom, sexy sex. How many W's can you count in there? Perfect. Look at Willie, nice and stupid, beautiful W. Willie's got just tons and tons of room to run here. Won't be overbought for one hell a while. So, and of course, you see our little, MAB div notifications, tons of them coming in here. I'm seeing a lot of names that look like this. This is the one that just happened to jump out at me today. And it just goes to show, watch what happens when I zoom out on this thing. Is there any money to be made on this name if it can get going? I mean, look at that. That's ridiculous. This is $22. That's 10x. So, 50% rolls is probably just popping up here. Joe, if you're watching, these are all the clowns sleeping on the couch, like we always talk about on the Coinigy shows. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And actually, in fact, Joe, Adam got us. I don't know. In fact, yeah, Chris, didn't you send Joe the picture of the ranch pizza? It's like, don't you do ranch? You do ranch, don't you? That's like that was like one of the memes of our Portland stopover. But look at this chart. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I mean, and I was even trying to explain to some new people to the site recently, and it turns out that their username is actually their last name. So Chris said, "Well, probably not a good idea to be mentioning people's last names on the site." And frankly speaking, I agree. But it turns out that their username on the site is their last name, so I don't feel so badly. And it was uh, Solana. Solaris. Thank you, Chris. I couldn't do this show without him, I swear. Anyway, the Solaris, there's probably still actually their trainer was a Kansas City fan. He was there last night at their Super Bowl party. He's a happy camper today. But but the family and what did we call them? We called them the triad, right? There were three of them that were going to do it together. Mind you, I don't think that the daughter's really too interested in all that. But anyway, what am I trying to say here? I was saying to them that they were damn lucky that they're coming into all this with these charts looking the way that they are. And sometimes in this silly game, it's just down to dumb luck. And who decides whether you come in to want to learn how to trade when the market looks like this and you can't touch it because you're just asking for trouble through this window. And sure enough, look what happened following. Or you come in and you're like, I want to learn how to trade when the market looks like this. And anybody who's actually just coming to the market first off, right now, I think they're actually damn lucky. Right? It's just good coincidental timing. And all of you people on this site, I mean, you should all look at this chart and appreciate markets don't look like this all the time. In fact, they look like this very rarely. And we are all really, really fortunate that the market looks like this right now. And I know that there are people on this site that are setting themselves up and they've been buying all the way along here, Eddie, right? And they are just going to make a fucking fortune. So anyway, I'm super excited for everybody at TRI. Yeah, one hell of an opportunity here, folks. I sure hope you're going to take advantage of it. And speaking of Eddie, actually, there was a name that he was super excited about, and we were going through the list earlier, and I was like, "Oh, god damn it, that son of a bitch is getting rich right in front of my eyes, a bastard." Anyway, let's see where the hell is that one. That was it was like A3PO or A3CQ something or other. Who the hell's the damn symbol?
A pie with a 3.
There you go. So Chris already knows what I wanted to talk about. Why don't I have it on my list here? That seems a bit odd. There he is. There is one on Lounge now. So Eddie's already. I tell you, man, this look at that, up 17% on the day. This is his API 3 thing. Look at that chart. And you know, this is exactly what that Energy Webs is looking at like right now. And look at what it's done here. So you know, Tanzanian ladies are on Eddie tonight. And gentlemen too, I suppose, if you swing that way. But what a great analogy of, you know, I sure hope you people are setting yourselves up because, like I said, you know, these kind of environments, they don't come around every day. This is what I'm trying to teach you people. Can you take advantage of this? You know, I mean, hopefully, what I'd love to hear from Eddie is he's already banged out a double. He's got a risk-free trade, and who knows where the hell this damn thing's going to go. It's, you know, it's got Lambos written all over it. There he is, big smiles in the in the Zoom call chat room. I tell you, and I've told you guys all along here. I fully expect Eddie to own all of us by the time this is over. Let's see what's posted here in the lounge. Oh, there's one. What's this? All right, so Eddie's got one for us to. Here's a freebie on Eddie today. Let's see what the hell he's got here for us. This is Cello. Hey, this was. Do you remember? This was fucking. This was Danny's favorite name. In fact, I think we got some of this, didn't we? King fucking yeah. I mean, Jesus, people, you have to appreciate. You know, like Jimmy, if you're watching this, right, you got to take a screenshot of this, and you have to go. This is what I need to look the chart to look like if I want to invest my hard-earned money in this market and I want to make money from trading, not give the goddamn market all my savings, which unfortunately most of the public does. So anyway, thank you, Eddie. Everybody, if you do go buy some of this, give Eddie a big thanks. A 1 + 1 = 3. If anything, this is a perfect analogy of our community, right? This is what we're supposed to do. All help each other out. And actually had a fantastic conversation with who was that? That was Ed Skidfinger. And got to meet and get to know some of his family here locally, living in the Sacramento area. And it was really, really nice talking to Ed's dad. He was a really cool character. And just telling him about my funny little mission, you know, and ironically enough, you know, if I actually think about making a positive difference in your people's lives, thinking about being a good demonstrator of best practices, just doing what we're supposed to do here and not doing what we're not supposed to be doing, then, you know, the money just takes care of itself. And, you know, I mean, I'm a very comfortable guy. Here I am, the middle of the week, just talking on YouTube to you guys, traveling all over the North America right now. Actually, I suppose soon Central America. Hopefully I can just keep doing this for the rest of my life and trying to help you people out. That's the whole point of this. I mean, there's so many of these names that are popping off. Look at that one go, IMX. I mean, look at that W down there, people. You can't buy that there now. But if you did buy that W, which is plain as day, and right now you should be basically what banging out doubles, probably up in this area here. And now you're just sitting laughing. You know? I mean, that's the whole point of this game. Can you get yourself into a laughing position? So, slow and steady wins the race. Don't take no wood nickels. You guys know all the rules. You know, make hay while the sun's shining. I don't think it's a good idea to chase. You know, trade your setups. Try and buy W's. A good trade location and on maybe indicator confirmation. And there are names that look like they are sitting in little buying windows here right now. So can you step up? There's one here. There's Energy Webs, and Eddie gave you another one there. That's Cello. So you can't even say there aren't ideas there to chew on out in the world. And also that SHIB. So there are names that you can buy. All right. I don't know how long I've been blabbing away here, but hope you guys enjoyed the offering here today. We really do have to hit the road here fairly soon, and we're gonna have a little bit of breakfast before we hop in the car. So I don't think we're gonna do an after party this morning. We didn't see any questions on the AMA document yesterday, eh? So, Chris, I don't think there were.
Just double check.
Yeah. So, I think we'll leave the after party. We got like a long drive ahead of us here today. And hopefully we check in with you guys from Shark Toshi's neck of the woods and the South Bay. First thing tomorrow morning, of course, we'll have class. We'll probably do an after party because we've got Stuart on the call tomorrow, hopefully. And he'll tell us about all the wonderful wallets and airdrops and all that kind of fun stuff to look forward to. So, okay, I think we'll leave it at that. Have yourselves a great day, everybody. PMA for the win. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember what your number job is. Don't take no win nickels. You only let Brian say it. But for now, you crazy ass motherfucker, we're out of here.